Hey everybody, it's Jake Kaiser here, and today I want to do something a little bit different for this channel and talk about some gear for the first time. So today we're going to be going over, I think, my most obsessed piece of gear, which is my quiver of different backpacks. I really think you can have an unlimited amount of backpacks for all the different activities you do, especially when you're doing a lot of different sports. So today I want to kind of show my current quiver of backpacks, the setup that I'm using. It's by no means complete, and I think there's a lot of room for improvement, and I'll talk about that near the end of the video. But I kind of just want to show you what I've been using for the last many years. And these backpacks are what I'm using for backcountry skiing, technical mountaineering, lots and lots of day hiking, overnight backpacking, and a plethora of other things mixed in, just kind of travel in general. So let's start on the big end and go to the small end. I'm going to spend less time talking about the big packs because I use them a lot less than the smaller, more day packs. The first backpack I have is by far my largest. This is a 70-liter Baltoro from Gregory, and I got this pack a long time ago, kind of near the end of, I don't even know, 15 plus years ago when I was doing a ton of backpacking. I just came off of spending a couple weeks going through Yosemite, and the backpack I was using at the time was from a secondhand store and falling apart, so I got this bad boy. I will say it's very heavy, so it's probably not something that I would buy again now for the kind of current stuff I do, but it's super comfortable. It really carries well. And when I'm doing any kind of larger multi-day expedition or just doing a short backpack with my fiance that I want to bring a bunch of comfortable gear, I'll put this bad boy on, and it's really done well by me. Definitely done a lot of trips on it. Bigger than I usually need for even multi-days when I'm going solo, and definitely heavier. I think if I was to get a larger backpack these days, I would, if I was feeling rich, look at the Southwest 2400, or I really think the REI Flash. They make a really good lightweight, solid backpack that's super reasonable. And the other one I like is the Osprey Atmos. I believe it's the 48 or EXOS. It's like the lighter Osprey pack. But I think all of those are kind of the options I would probably look at today. But that backpack's chugging along, not willing to spend the extra money now. And I figure a heavier backpack's just making me a stronger hiker in the end anyway. The second backpack in my quiver, it's kind of my main technical pack, is the Osprey Mutant 38 liter. This backpack has been amazing. It's kind of the newest addition for me, and I got it really for doing some more technical mountaineering objectives. This backpack is just phenomenal. It has all the features you need for technical mountaineering, backcountry skiing, and that's what I'm primarily using it for. But I've also found this 38 liters is really large, and I've been able to do all my overnight stuff really with this, if I'm kind of going light, small tent, kind of minimal setup. So I've been using it a lot for overnight stuff, all my kind of big backcountry skiing objectives. This spring we'll be using this pack, and I deliberated for weeks over which backpack I wanted and finally got this, and it's been amazing. I think the first time I used it was my recent trip to Mount Whitney with a bunch of snow on the ground. I had it packed fully for an overnight with backcountry ski stuff. Found out there wasn't enough snow, so ditched the backcountry ski stuff, but absolutely phenomenal pack, and I can't wait to use it more. My next backpack, which is kind of my most used pack right now for full day hikes in Colorado, including camera gear, has been this Black Diamond Nitro 22. I was really looking at getting the Osprey Talon 22, I believe it is as well, but I have almost all Osprey packs and decided to go something different. I love Black Diamond's gear, and this backpack has been great. I got it because I had a very small Osprey pack and just needed a little bit more room for the kind of more all-day hiking around Colorado, especially when I'm trying to bring my camera gear, my fishing gear, and just a few other things. And this backpack has performed really well. I know none of this is kind of in-depth reviews of the pack, so if you have any questions on the individual backpacks, I'd love to talk more. But some of the things I really like about this backpack is it's super light, super comfortable to carry. I love it has this big pocket on the outside that you can just shove every single thing in there. I, in the winter, use that for my shovel when I'm doing kind of shorter ski tours. And in the summer, it's just great to be able to shove a down coat in there, or just any random thing I have just winds up in that backpack. The one thing I'll say, it's like zero organization inside. So when I have a bunch of stuff in there, everything's at the bottom. Definitely makes the backpack lighter, but I'm someone who does like to keep things organized. So that's the one thing I think it's kind of lacking, but has been a great backpack. Love the bright orange color. If I'm in an avalanche, someone can find me, so that's good. And that actually brings me to my last backpack in my quiver. Seems like I feel like I have more backpacks than I do thinking about it, but I try to keep all my gear pretty minimal and only get things that I really need and try to kind of get away with the least amount of things. My final backpack is by far my most used backpack. I've traveled all over the world with this thing, and that is my Osprey Daylite. These things are super reasonable. I think it's like 11 or 12 liters. And this is, I still think, the perfect size for all day summer hiking, for doing a 14er in Colorado, for basically doing anything. This is the right pack. I really did upgrade to my Black Diamond 22 liter just because I started bringing more camera gear. When you start doing the camera gear plus maybe some fly fishing gear for fishing at a lake, this thing got very tight. I think if you look at my Mount Langley video, I had my bigger Sony a6400 camera, fly fishing gear, and everything I needed for 14 hours outside in this, and it was just packed to the brim, and that's when I decided to get something larger. But this backpack has just been tried and true. It's been all over the world. It was like in Southeast Asia, traveling around, where I kept all my things all day. When you're out of your hotel, it's just been perfect. I've used it as a carry-on many times. It's just been my most used backpack. I have a lot of emotional attachment to it and still think it's the perfect pack for most any small thing. And I think the final backpack I'll mention, keeping the Osprey theme, is I did get the Osprey Centauri, just like casual backpack. And this has been my backpack going to work. When I was living in San Francisco, commuting on the Caltrain, and now it kind of use it going to the climbing gym, whatever. I have this thing just always in my gear closet, and whatever I'm gonna take out, I just shove in here and have it in my car. Definitely not a technical backpack at all, but definitely been super impressed with this for kind of travel, for carry on, all that stuff. And just love that Osprey quality. And I think with that, that's my current quiver of backpacks. I think I have everything I need, but I just want to discuss where I think I could definitely make some improvements, just for anyone curious. The main thing that I would probably do is get a running pack next. I wind up doing a lot more trail running when I do my larger day hikes. I'm just kind of running the whole time, and I've ran in all these backpacks before, even the large ones, but really do want to try a trail running vest. I really like the idea of kind of the Black Diamond. I think it's the Speed 15, which is a really larger kind of running style pack to replace my all day packs, or even just a smaller Salomon, Black Diamond. I don't know the brands in running vests very well, but any of those other packs in that kind of 8 to 12 liter range, I think would be a really good addition. I've never really tried those, but if I can run more comfortably, that sounds awesome. So that's something I definitely want to try to get this summer. And I think if I was going to do anything else, I would probably curate it to what activity I'm doing most. Since I do less multi-day backpacks, I haven't replaced my large 70 liter one, and I've been using that Osprey Mutant 38 for any kind of overnighter things. So I think it would really depend on what I'm spending most time doing, but I'm really happy with what I have and have been able to do a lot of amazing adventures using these backpacks. I hope this is helpful. I know this is kind of high-level overview of my quiver of backpacks and not going into the individual details of why I chose the individual backpacks, but I think if you go to the websites of the manufacturer and other videos, you can kind of find more details. But if interested in any kind of detail or why I chose these individual backpacks, let me know, and I'll definitely dive into those details. I've been super happy with this quiver. It's never perfect when you're looking for backpacks. There's always something that's very specific to one activity. Like I don't have a dedicated backcountry skiing backpack, but try to make do with more minimal gear. And I think I've been doing a good job with what I have today. But I'm sure we'll be expanding this quiver sometime in the future, and we'll let you know when I do so. But definitely been fun to make this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you like these kind of gear videos, let me know. Definitely different from my big epic adventures, but hopefully it provides some value and helps people out making that critical which backpack to buy decision. But with that, have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.